I'm Wafflestick, and welcome back to the WayStone Season 3, Episode 24. I'd like to start off today's episode by saying a huge thanks to my new patrons on Patreon, Ramp, Blue Blaze, and Canes. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to be doing a Patreon area for them today, but I also want to do something else with the episode. But on another note, I like to start off with the new default textures that's going to be implemented into Minecraft. This is going to be a huge change for the community. And man, even for the builders, they had released like a beta previewing of it on the official Minecraft website today. And man, I've been looking at all the different styles that could possibly come out of this. Look at the wood, the planks, and the leaves. Those oak leaves are absolutely fantastic. I love those. Just a little bit more dispersed, and it just seems more cohesive as a design. And I have a feeling that messy builders are going to really benefit from this because we got all this different noise in the textures and just cool textures to work with when doing messy builds. It'll go a long ways. So today's episode is wanting to build on that Patreon area, and not only that, but I want to clear out a new space below the hive so that we could start accessing these cells a little bit more conveniently. It's going to go a long ways. So for now, I need to find some decorative blocks for this Patreon room. And I guess just kind of dig out here and just figure out, how big we want this room and how we want it to stretch. I seem to extensively use colorful blocks when building, and I'm always running out of gravel, so I decided to fly in the nether a bit, see if I can find a good patch of it, and just collect a bunch. I mean, I've got a few stacks so far. And all this nether business looks really nice. Look at that nether rack. It looks totally erratic, and that is something I would expect from some place like the nether. And, I want to pay attention to these textures because it may translate to the faithful texture pack. I'm sure it will. I'm almost absolutely sure in the future. And I hope it translates well to a 32-bit design. It's going to be very different when it comes to an HD scale of things because you're going to notice it more. And let's see if we can get to this patch real quick. There's a bunch of gas floating around I've been taking out. I hopefully won't die here. I've been just really careless about healing. Look at the flint. Now that looks different. Looks kind of like coal a bit. Just a little bit. See if we can gather more of this and get back to base before I fall in the lava or something. It's a really unfortunate thing that this does not operate while I'm at my base, but I thought I'd come down here and just see what we do have. We don't have any bones, unfortunately. I guess I'll just have to do some farming because I have looting 3 on this sword. We can get bones like crazy. And the great thing about it is they just attack each other and make it really complicated for them. I mean, they might hit you a few times, but I've come to really like this little design. It's kind of fun. And, this puts like a little piston push so that it will block them. And you can just kind of sit here and collect bones, which I think that's enough. We've almost got about a stack of bones. We need the secret access so that we can get out of here. I like to just cover this up and hide it. I don't know, I'm really weird. Yeah, just want to be secretive about things. Waffle's got his secrets. Gotta keep those. I got a little bit sick of moving my beacons around, so I decided to dig out a whole dedicated room for my beacons in this cell, the storage cell. Oh, doesn't that look nice? It's out of the way. We don't have to worry about it anymore. And I want to do 2 more beacons on the other side just to make it more symmetrical because, the whole build's symmetrical of its own. In the Manimal Farms area, and if we do get around to it, maybe other cells as well. But that should be fine enough, and it should suffice for today's project because we're just going to simply go down, do some mining, and I want to do a single block design if that's possible. It is because that side is single block. So it should all work out just fine. I think we're just going to start in my personal living area right here and then just go down, hopefully not digging into my slime farm. I got to keep that in mind. So we'll just go a few blocks down, go and do this. There we go. Nice fast mining process. See how big do we want this? I guess maybe a few blocks over, and I don't want to go all the way up because I'm really afraid that I'm going to knock all of that concrete powder out of the way. So we'll just do it about like this, and we'll work our way over. Looks good. I'm just going to have a nice straight corridor, nothing fancy, so we can have some extra storage, a sugarcane farm, and also do some other builds. 30 minutes later, we have the whole tunnel dug out. It didn't take long at all, especially with haste 2. I forgot how fast it was because I haven't used it in such a long time. But yes, I had to pull out the extra tools box, so we'll put that away. And I want to do a few things with this tunnel. I actually want to do a sugarcane farm on both sides in glass and sets. and maybe even do like a village trading system. That'd be really fun stuff to get into. It's really useful. And maybe some other stuff. As far as this Patreon build, I was thinking about extending it off into this room in here, that we can just have a dedicated room for it, and then the rest of the farms inside of this little corridor. But that's just some contemplation. I'll have to think about it some more. And we'll probably jump off for tonight. We'll see what we can get into as far as decoration goes once I come back. I had some extra time on my hands. I put these windows in, and I don't think they're going to work. They look absolutely horrid. In my head, it looks so much better, but I just don't think it's going to rock down here, unfortunately. After doing all of that work, I've got to remove all of this. I even tried different styles of glass, like brown. It just, it's really weird. And I was thinking this was going to come out much better, but unfortunately, it just does not pull through. Let's go take a look at the top just real quick before we do take it down. Well, that jumping ability is actually really nice when you gotta build up. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad from up here. In this room, it looks slightly stranger because it's a very linear pattern. Yeah, I don't know, man. It was worth a shot, but I'm just gonna have to remove all of that. And I wanted to roll a time lapse of me doing the tunnel below. We're gonna decorate it up, and hopefully it starts looking nice. And for the first time, Replay Mod has let me down. Like the worst thing ever when you record a long time lapse. I done about an hour and a half of work, and it's totally gone out of the drain for content production. So I do apologize, but let's hop back into the server and see what I've done. Take a look at this. It will load in. There it goes. Doesn't that look nice and fresh and something totally different than what the Hive preserves? I think it looks really nice, and it's just a breath of fresh air, something different, because I like all the yellow stuff, but I wanted to do something totally different so I could just escape all of the yellow. And it seems that I have ran into a dilemma of not having food on me. I had a whole stack of fish somewhere. Must have just put it away. Let me go up here and see if I can find some real quick. But yeah, I think it looks nice. Something simple, something straightforward, and I know I did something similar in my modded series. But I wanted this because I wanted access to the different cells, and I've got a bunch of patching up to do along with the glass and stuff. Which that doesn't look terrible with the stone slabs, but still need some fixing. Let's see, do we have any food? We do. Oh no, this is a super smelter back there. And we've got some cooked rabbit. That's fine. That'll do in a pinch. And so, for the rest of this episode, I guess I need to work on that Patreon area, which I've reserved the area at the end of the tunnel to do that. And I've got to still think of some good block combinations for this. But at the very end of the tunnel, I thought this would be a good area to put it in. Nice, workable. Ooh, it looks good. We've got to do something about this. It's driving me insane. But let me go collect some materials, and we've got to also look at something else. The Christmas builds area. I've done a lot of work off camera, and I think it looks really nice. We've got a Christmas tree up now. For my Patreon rewards, I had said I was going to be placing a sign on my main series for every person that is a patron of mine. And I want to do another tidbit with that, a decorative wall according to them. So everyone could probably guess what this one is. Gaines. Inspired by Rosa, the pink town he'd actually made on this season that's actually quite good. Everyone says, hey Canes, you done a great job on that town. So you'll be forever pink in my mind, Canes. Sorry, man. And then we've got two more to do. We've got to do Frimp and also Blue Blaze. Now for Frimp, I want to go with more of an orange color because I've always picked on him about being the orange cat. And I thought Blue Blaze's wall would be really awesome as his character theme, which is blue, black, and gray. And I thought that would go really well together. So I want to go get those blocks because pink was really close. But unfortunately, the other blocks I'll probably have to work for a moment. The more I look at this, the more I think of fine art. All these different colors, you know, it actually looks pretty cool. I like the different themes. So let's go ahead and place a sign here. This is going to be Frimp. There we go. Whoop, Frimpo. That's not your name, Frimp. And also Blue Blaze. We all know these people. They've been on the WayStone at one point. And let's go ahead and do that. Blue Blaze. Awesome. Very nifty stuff. I got my 3 patrons all taken care of. And I want to extend this haul out if I do get more, but I do have 2 available spaces. I may take that out just to allocate those, but I was thinking just pushing the tunnel on, and then I could just create more rows as I go on, and I can move canes out of the center. So there it is. Very nice. Now, something that we haven't done in a bit is check spawn and make sure everything's good, because I haven't even checked my iron shop, I haven't checked the post office box, and I just want to run through that real quick. I'm heading over to the Christmas builds area so that we can see what has changed. But let's see if we've made any diamonds in the iron shop. That's one thing I'm hoping for. Oh, nope, that's the 18 that sorts it. No. I was really hoping that I had sold some iron. I haven't really been in the shop much lately, so, you know, felt like doing some business. If I could possibly get out of here, there we go. It seems like on the first try, it never works for me. And I guess the sand, I need to check that, but I believe I had said last episode, it may have been, that I want to get rid of the sand and do something different because it's not selling too hot, you know, and this looks kind of cheesy. I don't know, a little bit fancy, too hot for the WayStone. Sorry, it's just the way it is. So let's go down here to the post office box, see if anyone has dropped anything off at the good old Wafflestick post office box. Here we go, just swoop through here. And I made some minor changes to spawn, you know, just filling in around the cathedral and stuff. I'm hoping Llama Freak and his bunch doesn't mind, the Nerdians. And nothing in there, unfortunately. I'll show it off real quick since I am over in this direction. So I've just, you know, taken some bone meal, I've taken some leaves, and then also some decorative objects, and just kind of spread them about and make it look a little bit more fancier over here. Okay, now everything's cleared from spawn. Let's go over to the Christmas builds area and just get into the Christmas spirit because it's super close. I've come to a definite answer on what I prefer for texture packs, and I have chose Faithful. I'm not really a big fan of default. Sorry guys for the people who do enjoy it, but I just like the HD, clean, smooth textures. It just seems a little bit grimy for me, for my style of building. So this looks really nice. This is the entrance to the Christmas builds area, if you do not remember. And I had done some customization on the outside to make it look like a Christmas cave. You gotta feel like you're in the Christmas spirit before you do go in the Christmas builds area. And so, grab your eggnog, grab your cookies. Oh, fill up your stocking. Let's see what we've got going on over here in the Christmas builds area. This place has totally filled in since the last time we were here a few episodes ago. I mean, you have done quite a bit of work to try to make this area seem a little bit more cohesive. And people have been filling in the area as well for their builds. We're going to be taking a look at those. I just wanted to do some exploring because we don't do it very often. And, you know, I've altered the ice spikes a bit just so they're more filled in. We've got, you know, different like water melts here. I need to probably tinker with that a bit, get it at the right slope. It seems like it's just a little bit off there. We've got some altered leaf blocks that I had put on my resource packs. I just thought this was a little bit more interesting because the WayStone uses a lot of leaf blocks to decorate, and I went ahead and just done the leaf blocks only. That's part of the more foliage, and I think you get more of the weeds poking up. Do like half slabs or anything. But talking about the Christmas events, yes, we got a few of them. We've got the little build swap thing going on over here. You can even win a trophy, 2017 WayStone, a Christmas trophy. Isn't that some fun stuff? A unique item that you cannot get in the game, only from the WayStone thing. So I was going to try to do some cool command block stuff with this, but I unfortunately couldn't figure it out. And so this is going to be really fun. You just put your name into the system. It's basically like a present swap, but it's a build swap. So if you select another member's name that's renamed from a note, then you just go over to his residential and do a Christmas build on their property. And I thought to do that over here so that we wouldn't have to worry about clearing it from our main base. We can save it if we wanted to. And if I get something humble, then I'll probably just do it on the outside of their base so that they can keep all of their really cool build. Like Lifter's area is probably my favorite. He has done an incredible job on detailing. I really like these logs, really neat how they cross over like that. And on the inside, he has an impeccable amount of detail. He's got like a television set here. He's got even like a little, what do they call these? I know, foot rester? I forgot what they're totally called. I never use them, so I don't know. I forgot what they're called. Let me know down in the comment section. I don't know why it just escaped my mind then. And a nice little dining area with a fireplace. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Very nifty. It's like little shelves. That is smart. Little kitchen. Oh, I guess that's where that's the handle for the cabinets. Oh, he's even been smelting stuff in here. How nice. I don't think he's decorated the top yet, so I'd like to see some decoration up there. Ooh, some paintings would be kind of nice in here. Now, Neragath had taken a total unique approach. He had done a cottage for another person, really, Tom's Christmas cottage, instead of Neragath's Christmas cottage. So this is really funny. I didn't really notice that there was an entity in here at first. So I came to the first floor, I was like, yeah, this looks really cool, you know, and I didn't realize why it was called Tom's Christmas cottage. Because Tom lives here. Hey, Tom. He's just been staring out that window mindlessly. Is there something wrong, man? I feel like there's something going. Oh. Hi. Get a nice haircut, good sir. So, let's go over to the new build I hadn't even seen. I think this is Llama Freak's igloo. I think a small, humble igloo. This is really nice. Ooh, trapdoors. Classic Llama Freak right there. Some brick. Ooh, this is cozy. Nice, cozy living area. I done one of my own too. I done this off camera because I was going to do an episode on it, but I just didn't have the time before Christmas. And here we are. This is like my modern Christmas home. Wafflestick's chill getaway. I've done a lot of different little compact things in here. Fancy fireplace, pretty fancy. I need to probably edit some of this. And, you know, you just kind of crammed it up. Compactness was my goal in this build. Even a nice little hidden chest with all of my building materials. And at the top, we can chillax. I got my fireplace right next to me. I can sit down here in the lawn chair on top of my modern home and just look at the Christmas builds area. This is where I need a pot of coffee and just sitting here with coffee and looking around. Very nifty. It's just really fun stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's all of the builds. I mean, we got this present and also a few other ones. I just stuck them together. I'm not very good at present building. Ooh, I just really love these altered leaves. I keep going back to them, but man, that looks so good compared to just normal square leaves. I cannot get used to them now after going back. And yeah, we've done a few presents. I got one over there, one over there. I couldn't get the bows right. I was having a very difficult time with that. And I thought Glazed Terracotta made some really awesome wrapping pieces. Looks really cool. Got a very Christmassy vibe to it. Kind of unique too. I'm gonna look at this last one over here because I know it has a glazed terracotta piece to it. Oh, that's cyan. That looks really good. What's going on here? I hadn't seen this. Must be like a, what is that? Oh no. It's like a bridge they're building or something? Huh. This wasn't here, so I'm a little bit excited to see what that is. Looks maybe a wall? I don't know. But yes, I'm really excited for Christmas. I'm really hoping these events go smoothly and everyone enjoys them. I'm really loving the Christmas builds area. It looks absolutely gorgeous. On an ending note, it's going to be snowing over here at the Christmas builds area. It looks very lovely. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. We'll see you next episode. You have a fantastic day.